Welcome to the Feathered Family, where we fly into a world of all things birds. Join us as we share tips, stories, and the joy of having these amazing feathered companions. My name is Kara. I am located in Michigan, and I currently have 8 birds. I have only been a bird owner for just about 2 years, but every single time I get another bird, it makes my heart more full. Even though I currently have 8 birds, I have had a total of 11, and we currently have hopefully a few more on the way. With this being my first video, I do want to give an intro of everybody, especially Lou, who is one of my newest rescues, who is trying to talk over me in the background, which she thinks is very funny. Thanks, Lou. This is Clark, my first bird I ever got when I moved into my own house about 2 years ago. She is a full American gray budgie. She is the troublemaker of all of the birds I have ever had. My second bird, Eddie, is actually sitting on her eggs right now, so I don't want to go and disturb her. I have taken some footage of her along her egg journey, and I will continue to do so and get a video out there about that. So stay tuned for egg updates. After having my first 2 parakeets for a while, I was contacted to see if I would be willing to take in 3 old birds. 2 of them were cockatiels, and the third one was a dove. Of course, I did my research before saying yes. My boyfriend and I decided that that was a challenge that we were willing to take on. The 2 cockatiels were very old. They were about 35 years old, as well as the dove. We are happy that we were able to open our home to those 3 old birds and be able to learn a little bit while giving them a happy home to live out the rest of their lives. One of the cockatiels' names was Grumpy, which he was definitely a grump. And the other was Nippy, which was also very fitting since he did like to bite. This is Lovey Dovey. She is about 35 years old. She has her own spot in the living room away from all the chaos. She doesn't do very much but just sit there and sleep all day, but she does coo every so often. Unfortunately, their owners did pass away. Their vet acquired them, and that's who we got the call from to see if we were interested in rescuing them. This is Astro. He is my third. He is an all-American green budgie. He is probably the shy one out of the group, but is definitely not afraid to make his presence known. I just love his colors with that blue tail. When we got Astro, we actually ended up getting another parakeet with him. His name was Comet. He was an all-American white budgie. Unfortunately, Comet did not make it. Not quite sure what happened with Comet. It's a very unfortunate circumstance that does come along, obviously, with owning pets. There wasn't really much that we knew about what had happened to him. This is Wallace. He is 3/4 English, 1/4 American budgie. He is a decent size bigger than the American budgies due to him having English in him. He is very friendly and will come to you when called. He can say many different things, such as, "What are you doing?" "Hello," "Kiss." I like to blow raspberries at him, so he'll go, which is one of my favorite things that he does. Wallace is the father to the eggs that Eddie has laid. We are beyond excited to have these babies. Well, hopefully they will be happy and healthy. Wallace has been an amazing father so far. Falling in love with English budgies after getting Wallace, we decided that we wanted to get a female English budgie to try to match up with Wallace. We actually wanted them to mate to have some English babies. We got Storm. She is a full English budgie. As you can tell, she did not end up liking Wallace very much. Wallace ended up bonding with Eddie. Wallace has decided that he does not want to get back into his cage. He's taking this free time very seriously right now. Just recently, we got a message inquiring if we wanted to rescue 2 more birds. One of them being a cockatiel and the other being an Amazon parrot, who you have heard talking basically this entire time. My first thought was, absolutely, of course we want more birds. Who doesn't want more birds? The more the merrier. But the real challenge was convincing my boyfriend to let us rescue them. After having a serious conversation, considering the pros and cons, we found out that there weren't a lot of cons, and he agreed to let us rescue them. Obviously, that makes my heart super happy and super full, knowing that I can rescue 2 more birds. The owner of the 2 birds did pass away, and that is the reason that we rescued them. This is Woody. He is a cockatiel with a long, beautiful tail. He is definitely old for a cockatiel, but he is living his happiest life now, getting all the treats in the world. Woody does sometimes make a sound that is identical to a smoke detector's battery being low. He is super sweet and loves to sing songs. So this is Lou. We also call her Louie. She is about a 40-year-old Amazon parrot that we had rescued along with Woody. She has warmed up a lot quicker than I thought she would have. She has a very wide vocabulary, and she loves to try to talk over you, argue with you, call you names, but she actually is pretty sweet. The other day, I was trying to actually get her on a stick to get her down to a bath because she was trying to take a bath in her water bowl. So when I got her on the stick, she actually climbed over onto my arm. And I kind of started to freak out a little bit. It was my bare arm, and she started to kind of head up towards my shoulder. An Amazon parrot's bite, if I remember correctly, it is about 7 times the strength of a human bite, the average human bite, and about 5 times the strength of a German Shepherd bite. That will probably put you in the hospital. So that's a little nerve-wracking when you have a bird with that much strength in just one single bite that you're trying to work with. She loves peanuts. She gets them as a training treat. Oh, good girl. Good girl, yeah. Oh, good girl. Super sweet. Yeah, there you go. We have been on the journey to switch her from a seed diet over to a pellet diet. It's been a rough journey. She's quite stubborn, but I think we are almost on full pellets and only having seeds as a treat, which is amazing for a 40-year-old stubborn parrot. There's definitely already been some trust built between Lou and I. I am sitting right next to her, just almost a hand's length away. She could come and get me right now if she wanted. I still give her her space, and I make sure that she's comfortable, and I watch her body language. Owning an Amazon parrot is very new to me. This is the biggest bird that I have personally owned. It is going to be definitely a learning experience for both Lou and me, as well as my boyfriend. She actually really likes my boyfriend. He's probably her favorite. It'll take some time for sure to create the bond between her and I. How I have kind of described them to others is like a very intelligent toddler. That's probably the title that I would give an Amazon parrot. I am very excited to bring you guys along on this learning journey with Lou. It is going to have its challenging points, its exciting milestones. I know there's going to be some rough parts, but regardless, I am just happy to be able to provide Lou with a loving home with lots of yummy treats. So that is the feathered family. I am very excited to begin this journey with everybody. This is all so new to me. So bear with me along the process as I figure all this stuff out of videos and what works best, and if you guys can even hear me over Lou once I get this posted. If you have any video suggestions, anyone you want to see more of, anything you want to know more about, go ahead and leave a comment below. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And I can't wait to finally be producing content about my feathered family. I am very passionate about birds. They are my entire life, and I can't wait until I can just have more. Thanks, everybody.